have been his last wish to have me next to him, when his soul was tearing itself from his lacerated body. Yet I did not let him have his wish. Instead of sacrificing my miserable life and rushing to his side, I remained flat on my back, asking God to make my father stop calling my name. So afraid was I to incur the wrath of the SS.
Man comes closer to God through the questions he asks him. The real answers you will find only within yourself. One day, all foreign Jews were expelled from Sikhet. Someone said, sighing, "What do you expect? That's war." London radio announced encouraging news from the Russian front. Germany would be defeated. But in 3 days, German army vehicles made their appearance on our streets. Hungarian police burst into every Jewish home yelling, "All Jews, outside, hurry!"
It was the last night spent in our house. A convoy of cattle cars was waiting, 80 persons in each one.
A German officer stepped in. "You are under the authority of the German army!"
As the train stopped, we saw flames rising from a tall chimney into the black sky. In the air, the smell of burning flesh.
An SS man commanded, "Men to the left, women to the right!"
I didn't know that this was the moment where I was leaving my mother forever. I kept walking, my father holding my hand. I pinched myself.
Was I still alive?
How was it possible that men, women, and children were being burnt, and the world kept silent?
We were ordered to turn left and herded into barracks.
Never shall I forget that night. Never shall I forget the children whose bodies I saw transformed into smoke. Never shall I forget the nocturnal silence that deprived me of all eternity of the desire to live. Never shall I forget those moments that murdered my soul. Never.
An officer harangued us. "You are in a concentration camp in Auschwitz. Here you work or crematorium. The choice is yours."
The bread, the soup, those are my entire life. I was terribly alone in a world without God, without man, without love or mercy. Winter had arrived. We went off to work, our bodies frozen, our brains a whirlwind of decaying memories. The night was growing longer, never ending. Every day my father was getting weaker, his face the color of dead leaves. One dawn on my father's cot lay another person. They must have taken him to the crematorium. Perhaps he was still breathing. It pained me that I could not weep, but I was out of tears. Nothing mattered to me anymore. I spent my days with only one desire, to eat. Hunger was tormenting us. The battle did not last long. Our first act as freemen was to throw ourselves onto provisions. No thought of revenge or our parents, only of bread. I remember a Jewish boy discovered the kingdom of night. I remember his bewilderment, his anguish. The ghetto, the deportation, the sealed cattle car, the fiery altar, upon which the history of our people and the future of mankind were meant to be sacrificed. And now the boy is turning to me. "Tell me," he asks. And then I explain to him how naive we were, that the world did know and remained silent. And that is why I swore never to be silent. We must take sides. Silence encourages the tormentor. When human lives are endangered, when human dignity is in jeopardy, that place must become the center of the universe. Our lives no longer belong to us alone. They belong to all those who need us.